Okay, so we have a big breaking news coming out. Zelensky urges US Commander-in-Chief to bring peace through strength against Russia. Alright, so we have some very important news coming out. A lot of news is happening right now. European leaders have been arriving at the White House for their big meeting with the US Commander-in-Chief. So you have the British Prime Minister, NATO Secretary General, the European Commission, German Chancellor, Emmanuel Macron, the President of France, Italian Prime Minister, Finnish President. Man, the entire group are there? Man, everybody's there. Give me a second. So let me just bring some of this news up really quick here, guys. So this is happening right now. There is a warning sirens going off right now ahead of the Russian drone and missile. All right, so basically the majority of Ukraine is under high alert while world leaders arrive at the White House to meet the US Commander-in-Chief. All right, so that's one of the breaking news. Zelensky, he came out and put out a message. Peace for Ukraine and Europe. There's nothing wrong with Europe, but all right. Our main goal is a reliable and lasting peace for Ukraine and for the whole of Europe. We understand that we shouldn't expect Vladimir to voluntarily abandon aggression and new attempts at conquest. We must stop this biblical war. And I thank our partners who are working towards this and ultimately towards a reliable and dignified peace. Together with the leaders of Finland, the UK, Italy, the European Commission, and NATO Secretary General, we coordinated our positions ahead of the meeting with the US Commander-in-Chief. Ukraine is ready for a real truce and for establishing a new security architecture. We need peace. At the same time, Zelensky went outside really quick. He had to put on a jacket because he came with no suit on. So Donald is about to show up pretty soon, and he went outside. They told him, man, you got to put this jacket on. I find it very disrespectful that he's doing this type of stuff, but again, it just goes to tell you that when you come to a foreign land, you have to be very, very respectful. Zelensky switches style ahead of Donald meeting. Zelensky showed up in a jacket for his meeting with the U.S. Commander-in-Chief. Conservative critics blasted him for wearing only a t-shirt when he met with U.S. Commander-in-Chief Envoy Keith. Now, Ukrainian leader has made his wartime military-style look a trademark on the global stage, but this time he opted for a more formal approach. Alright, so we're going to get to all this news here, guys. Before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. And for those of you that want to help and support the channel, we do have the Cash App link and the PayPal link in the comments box and also the description box. Guys, thank you so much for your support. Your support is what keeps us on air. Me and my wife really appreciate it. Thank you again so much for that. We really appreciate it. Okay, so this is a very important news. You got all these leaders in DC right now. A lot. All right, so there's a whole bunch of them. So Ukrainian leader Zelensky urged the U.S. Commander-in-Chief to bring peace through strength. It's time to take out the nukes. It's time to take out the apocalyptic toy. Here's the thing, guys. Solomon did not take out the apocalyptic toy. He did not did the peace through strength. Instead, Solomon asked God for wisdom and knowledge. But nowadays, men, they want equipment. Very powerful ones. that could literally wipe out billions. All right, so peace through strength. When spoken of peace, then sudden destruction shall follow. All right, peace through strength against the bear. All right, so Zelensky made this plea in D.C. ahead of a high-stake White House meeting on Monday, August the 18th, 2025, involving European leaders and discussions about the ongoing war in Ukraine. In a post on X, formerly Twitter, following a meeting with U.S. Commander-in-Chief Special Envoy Keith, Zelensky stated that the bear can only be forced into peace through strength, and U.S. Commander-in-Chief has that strength. So here's the thing, guys. The way I see this, Z just said the bear can only be forced into peace through strength, meaning that the bear needs someone that could go toe-to-toe, same level. All right, so in this boxing ring, all right, you cannot throw Mike Tyson versus Holyfield. I mean, Mike Tyson and Mayweather. Mayweather's too skinny. He's a good fighter, but Mike Tyson will literally just knock him out in like a round. All right, so it got to be the same height, the same weight, heavyweights. And right now, Crane is lightweight. The bear is a heavyweight. All right, so they need another heavyweight, which is the U.S. and the bear. So once again, the bear can only be forced into peace through strength, and U.S. Commander-in-Chief has that strength. Basically, we have that strength. We have the ability again to go one-on-one against Russia. We have the nukes, we have the soldiers, we have the military. So Z is trying to hype up the Donald. Come on, Donald, you got this. You're the greatest. So we have to do everything right to make peace happen. I don't like that part right there. We have to make everything right to make peace happen. It sounds like we are willing to move heaven and earth to eliminate the bear. So according to Bangladesh, Sagbad Sagda BSS, Zelensky also highlighted the importance of securing lasting peace and strong security guarantees for Ukraine. Now, the meeting in Washington follows Donald's recent summit with Vladimir, where a peace framework potentially involving Ukrainian territorial concession was discussed. Once again, U.S. Commander-in-Chief had previously suggested Ukraine cede claims to Crimea and abandon NATO aspiration for a cease plan. However, Zelensky has maintained that only force can bring the bear to peace. European leaders, including Emmanuel Macron and others, many, joined Zelensky to present a united front against any agreement that would undermine Ukraine's sovereignty. Zelensky emphasized that peace in Ukraine means peace for all of Europe and expressed hope that the combined strength of the sleeping giant and European allies will compel the bear to a real peace. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. You could bring all those, again, US and European, you could bring them all together, and the bear's not going to tolerate it. The bear said it. We're gonna use nukes. We're gonna use nukes. So Z, again, he has this mind. Give me a second here. He has all these things in his mind that this is the way we could do it to stop the bear. No. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to be dragging us, the sleeping giant, into your biblical war. Again, I know you guys cannot beat the bear, but we don't want to get involved. We don't want to see sleeping giant sons and daughters put on the camouflage and throw it in the front line in the meat grinder. It ain't going to happen. Again, like I said, Zelensky just wants the sleeping giant to get involved and NATO to get involved in this biblical war. So that way your sons and daughter could put on the camouflage. It's just really sad. So it says here European leaders have been arriving at the White House for their big meeting with the U.S. Commander-in-Chief. The U.S. Commander-in-Chief is meeting with Ukrainian leader Zelensky at the White House today, Monday, August the 18th, 2025. It says here European leaders have also arrived at the White House to join the pair in high-stakes meeting focused on ending the biblical war in Ukraine. Among the European leaders expected to be in attendance are, I'm going to skip their names there, guys. So this series of meeting follows the U.S. Commander-in-Chief Summit with Vladimir in Alaska on Friday, according to ABC News. Notably, Zelensky was not invited to the Alaska summit. All right. Now, let me go on X. I want to bring some of these news up really quick here. You have a lot of leaders arriving. So you have Z waving to everyone. Hello, how you doing? He got the black jacket on. So Zelensky wears black jacket as he meets European leaders ahead of Donald meeting. So they told him, man, you're going to have to put the jacket on. You're going to have to put the jacket on. We don't want you getting kicked out again. So, and this was him earlier. This was him earlier. Black t-shirt. That's something that I wear. Okay, give me 1 second here, guys. Let me just refresh the page really quick. I want to see if there's any more updates. It seems like there's something here. Give me a second. Several members of the Ukrainian delegation, including Andrei and others, have arrived at the White House ahead of the Zelensky. So Emmanuel Macron just showed up. Hold on, we have more updates. It seems like the entire country is lit up red now, except for that one territory. Almost all of Ukraine is on alert due to the threat of airstrike. So this is an update now. Alright, so that's an update that's coming out right now. Okay, so I'm just looking for more information here, guys. All this is live updates. It's coming out right now. So someone just, this is the same picture I just showed you, but it says here, it seems like the Ukrainian delegation brought some sort of map to the White House. I'm sorry, the first thing that popped in my head was the movie Left Behind. I haven't watched that movie in a very long time, and I'm talking about the one from the 90s, not the remake, where you have, I forget who these people are, but there was these two men, and they had something like this, and they opened it up, and it was a map, and you had Nikolai, I think yeah, that's the Antichrist. Nikolai saw the map, and he was in shock, and there was a lot of things on that map that talked about the peace treaty. A lot of movie is again from the 90s. It's just coming true in our lifetime right now in 2025. Terminator, The Matrix, so many things. The famines happening. Remember in the movie Left Behind, they actually mention about biblical war and leading young ones to famine, and many people are begging for a change. Um, all right, so ooh, someone just put out a message. Wear a suit, bro. Wow. Hmm. Okay, guys, it seems like this is going to be all the information here. Donald's going to announce something pretty soon. We don't know when, and he's going to sit down one-on-one with the leader of Cranes, Zelensky. Hopefully, they work something out. But man, I mean, I just have a strong feeling this war is not going to end today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife, Jessica Santiago, at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida, 34691. Once again, guys, $5 a month Patreon. We get you access to our live stream once a week. We talk about things that we cannot talk about on the platform. Also, I posted videos today. Those links will be in the comments box. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ, for He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.